The silence before cities. When architecture forgot how to listen. Before the first city was drawn, before the first wall was raised, before the first human decided to claim land as ownership, there was silence. Not emptiness, not chaos, but a perfectly functioning order. Forests regulated climate without machines. Rivers shaped landscapes without force. Ecosystems balanced life without authority. Nature did not rush. Nature did not dominate. Nature did not waste. And yet, when humans began to build, they chose a very different philosophy. They chose control. Architecture in its earliest form was an act of respect. Shelter followed wind. Walls followed shade. Structures followed terrain. But somewhere along the timeline of civilization, architecture stopped listening and started commanding. Stone replaced soil. Steel replaced intuition. Glass replaced climate awareness. Cities grew louder. Nature grew quieter. And for a long time, we believed this was progress. The moment architecture lost humility. Modern architecture celebrates dominance. Taller towers, wider roads, faster construction, cheaper materials. Efficiency measured only by speed and profit. But nature never optimized for speed. Nature optimized for survival. A forest does not expand recklessly. A coral reef does not overconsume. An ecosystem does not collapse under its own ambition. Yet our cities do. Urban heat islands suffocate neighborhoods. Floods reclaim concrete plains. Glass towers trap energy like sealed ovens. Buildings age faster than the people living inside them. These are not accidents. They are design decisions. The myth of human superiority. For centuries, architecture was driven by a dangerous assumption that humans are smarter than nature, that we can engineer better systems, that we can improve on evolution, that technology alone can solve what design created. But evolution has been running experiments for 3.8 billion years. Every failure was eliminated, every inefficiency corrected, every solution refined under extreme conditions. Nature did not guess, nature tested. And still, modern architecture often treats nature as an obstacle to overcome, instead of a teacher to learn from. Cities as machines. A fatal idea. The industrial age introduced a powerful metaphor. Cities as machines. Buildings became products. Urban systems became pipelines. Humans became users. Efficiency replaced empathy. Standardization replaced context. This mindset produced glass boxes that ignore climate, grids that erase culture, and structures that age poorly in living environments. Machines require constant energy input. Life does not. A machine breaks down. Life adapts. This single misunderstanding lies at the heart of architectural failure. The cost of disconnected design. When architecture disconnects from nature, the consequences compound. Energy consumption rises. Maintenance costs explode. Environmental damage accelerates. But the most dangerous loss is invisible. We lose belonging. Humans evolved inside natural systems. Our biology recognizes patterns of life, fractals, rhythms, organic variation. When architecture ignores these patterns, cities feel alien, even hostile. Stress increases, mental health declines, communities fragment. This is not coincidence. This is design psychology. A question architects avoid. There is a question modern architecture rarely asks. What if nature is not something to protect, but something to follow? Sustainability often tries to reduce damage. Biomimicry asks how to eliminate damage entirely. Green architecture adds plants to buildings. Biomimicry asks how buildings can behave like plants. This difference is subtle and revolutionary. The return to observation. Before drawing lines, before choosing materials, before calculating costs, biomimicry begins with observation. How does nature cool without electricity? How does it structure strength without excess material? How does it manage waste without landfills? A leaf is not just beautiful. It is a solar panel, a water channel, a temperature regulator. A bone is not just strong. It is lightweight, porous, optimized exactly where force travels. Nature designs from the inside out. Modern architecture often designs from the outside in. The silence. We must return to the future of architecture will not begin with louder cities. It will begin with listening again. Listening to wind patterns. Listening to material behavior. Listening to ecosystems older than civilization. Biomimicry architecture does not reject technology. It repositions it. Technology becomes a translator, not a dictator. When we listen carefully, we discover something unsettling and humbling. Nature was never behind us. It was always ahead. If architecture is to evolve, it must accept a difficult truth. The greatest architect on Earth was never human. We will meet that architect, not through worship, but through understanding. Nature, the original master architect. Before humans drew the first blueprint, nature was already building, not with steel or concrete, but with intelligence shaped by survival. Look at a tree. Its trunk thickens where pressure demands strength. Its branches grow lighter as they extend outward. No excess, no waste, only purpose. This is not beauty by chance. This is engineering refined by billions of years. Bones inside the human body tell the same story. They are hollow, porous, optimized, strong where force exists, light where it doesn't. Exactly how modern architecture dreams of performing. Then there are termite mounds. In extreme heat, they regulate temperature perfectly, without electricity, without machines. Pure geometry, pure airflow, pure logic. Spiderwebs teach another lesson. Flexible, adaptive, resilient. If one strand fails, the system survives. Nature does not design objects. Nature designs systems. Everything communicates. Everything adapts. Nothing exists alone. And perhaps the most unsettling truth, nature already solved most problems architecture still struggles with today. We didn't lack answers. We forgot where to look. What is biomimicry architecture beyond definitions? Biomimicry architecture is not style. It is not ornament. It is not greenwashing. It is a revolution at the system level. Buildings are no longer objects to occupy. They are organisms to collaborate with. Roofs breathe, facades adjust, materials respond. Like the lotus leaf repels dirt, the termite mound cools. The spider web survives damage. Structures can adapt without human intervention. Architects translate lessons from evolution, efficiency, resilience, energy optimization. Patterns of flow, feedback loops, and connectivity guide design. It asks questions modern architecture avoids. How can a building live? How can it harvest sunlight like a leaf? How can it purify its own water? How can it adapt as seasons and climates change? Biomimicry bridges science and imagination. It teaches architects to see nature as a blueprint, not a backdrop. To build as nature builds is to respect complexity, embrace uncertainty, and celebrate interconnected life. The architectural contributions that changed everything. Nature's strategies revolutionize design in ways we are only beginning to understand. Energy flows like rivers. Facades act like leaves, collecting and distributing sunlight. Structures echo bones, hollow, porous, strong only where needed. Cities mimic colonies, airflow, circulation, and resource distribution managed organically. Materials are no longer inert. They respond to light, temperature, and stress. Architecture learns from coral reefs that expand with efficiency, from forests that self-organize, from insects that engineer without waste. Entire urban ecosystems can behave as organisms, self-healing streets, buildings that breathe, parks that filter water. Even minimal interventions echo natural principles. A curved roof channels wind. A reflective surface reduces heat. A patterned wall diffuses sound. Each innovation is derived from observation, not invention. Biomimicry is practical genius, a toolbox honed over 3.8 billion years, applied to a world that has forgotten the rules of survival. Why the future of architecture depends on biomimicry climate is no longer predictable. Resources are finite. Cities must evolve or collapse. Traditional architecture cannot keep pace. We cannot simply consume, rebuild, or insulate. We must adapt. Biomimicry offers survival strategies embedded in evolution itself. Roofs that breathe, streets that recycle, walls that store energy. These are not luxuries, they are necessities. To ignore them is to gamble with civilization. Ethics demand it, science demands it, even aesthetics demand it. Humans are wired to recognize patterns of life, and architecture that ignores them alienates its own inhabitants. The future is living architecture, structures that respond, learn, and endure. Every design becomes a dialogue with the environment, a partnership with ecosystems. Cities that listen will thrive. Cities that impose will fail. Biomimicry is no longer an experiment. It is the blueprint for survival, for beauty, for intelligence that endures, when architecture becomes alive. Imagine a city that inhales, a roof that drinks sunlight, streets that breathe water, walls that repair themselves, towers that adapt to wind. It is no longer metaphor. It is design reality. Living cities evoke awe and fear. They blur the line between nature and civilization. Every choice becomes a conversation. Humans are no longer masters, but participants. Biomimicry teaches humility. Intelligence is in systems, not ego. This architecture transcends beauty. It teaches patience, resilience, and reverence. We realize the unsettling truth. The greatest architect was never human. Our task is to read the code written over billions of years, to listen, to translate, to act, and in that act, cities become alive. We are witnesses to evolution's legacy, and for the first time, we build not against life, but with it. Every brick, every beam, every breath of the city is a story, a miracle, a testament. Life was designing all along, and now, finally, we are learning to follow. Nature has not finished designing the future. The next evolution is already alive. Tap here to continue the journey.